What an absolute terrible performance from Manchester United yet again. Now, I don't know how many times we have to come here and experience this absolute crap. I mean, at the end of the day, these players need to start stepping up now. Last season, we went unbeaten at home. We lost one game all season at home, and that was against Brighton in the very first game of the season. Then we went on a run, and Old Trafford became an absolute fortress. This season, it's called the theatre of drama, not the theatre of dreams, because the dreams are not coming true. You've got young players like Garnacho, Hannibal, and Palestra, who are trying to make their dream of being a professional footballer and play for Manchester United. Now, Garnacho and Palestra, wrong analysis. But you look, these players are going to be looking up to players like Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, and them players are not performing good enough. I've tried backing Bruno, I've tried backing Rashford, but today was the last straw. They just aren't performing well, and they need dropping and need to buck their ideas up. I'm not being negative, but last season Erik proved when players could be dropped and when they could start. He's done it with Ronaldo, he's done it with Sancho, he's done it with Antony. He even did it with Rashford last season when he was scoring goals fun because of a disciplinary issue behind the scenes because he was late to a meeting or something. Erik can drop the star players, and he's proved it before, so he needs to start doing it now, because what I saw on Tuesday in the Carabao Cup against the same fucking team was nothing compared to today. It was pass, 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 pass. We passed it, we dominated in possession, but who cares about that stat? Palace come away with the 3 points today, and we had majority of the possession. I know which one I would rather. I'd rather win a game 1-0 and have like 20% possession than lose a game and have 80% possession. United at the moment, we just lack so much in the final third. The creativity just isn't good enough. It needs to improve now. I don't know how, because you've got players like Garnacho coming on for 30 minutes and doing a 30-minute cameo and performing better than what Rashford did majority of the game. Bruno Fernandes, I don't know what's up with him, but he's just so mundane. He's static. He doesn't actually look like he wants to be here at the moment. Varane I absolutely love, but I don't know, like, that performance today what isn't the typical Rolls Royce he is. It's like a Rolls Royce in a museum where it just stands there. It's nice to look at, but it doesn't fucking work. Like, Onana today, this goalkeeper, like I said it on the channel before De Gea left, that all you guys that are going to be criticising De Gea at this moment in time will be eating your own medicine and getting a taste of your own medicine when you realise how much we disvalued David De Gea, because he was one of the best goalkeepers to ever serve in the Premier League for a team, and one of the best goalkeepers in our history at Manchester United. Onana, I am going to say it now, majority of the goals Onana has conceded, David De Gea would have saved. He might have conceded a few that Onana's saved, but right now there's nothing we can do about it. Onana's our goalkeeper. We have got to back him. We've got to back every single player. We can still be pissed off and criticise them when they are performing crap, because Onana at the moment is making terrible mistakes, and he just looks like this confident player that I was used to seeing, and I watched play for Ajax, Inter Milan, and even for the Cameroon international team when he played in the AFCON a few years ago. Onana just doesn't seem to be confident, and I'll say this time and time again. Ben Foster says it all the time on his podcast, being a professional goalkeeper who's played for Manchester United in the past, that being the first #1 choice goalkeeper, you need to have so much confidence, and you need to know that you are the #1. And right now, I believe that Onana's just shot for confidence. I think that, I appreciate him taking accountability when he pretty much lost us that Bayern Munich game. Like, he needs to take accountability, and I appreciate it. But today, another blunder from Onana. It just isn't good enough. Like, I would much rather, like Hannibal today, before the game started, Erik was asked why is Hannibal not in the starting 11, and Erik made a perfect response to it, saying that when you're not used to playing every single game and you play 3 games in a row, it is a lot on you, especially when a trait like energy is a player's trait, and Hannibal is all about energy. So I can understand why Erik didn't start him, but why did he not come off the bench? Eriksen looked knackered coming off the bench. The guy's not played for 2 games. I'm getting absolute sick to death of the way United are playing at the moment. It's pathetic, it's slow, it's just stale. It's literally like I'd come here this afternoon excited to watch my team play football. It's literally like when you go into the back of your cupboard and you find your favourite bag of crisps, but then you open them, they're fucking stale, and then you just ruin them, you throw them in the bin. It always like finding like a steak or something in the fridge that you've waited for a nice night, but then you realise you bought it the day before it goes out of date. You've left it in the fridge for 2 weeks thinking that one night I'm going to have a nice night to myself, candlelit dinner, have a steak, but guess what? It's out of date. And that's exactly what Manchester United are going through at the moment. We've got so many world-class senior players that just aren't performing to their standards. I hope they improve, and my friend Louis, shout out to you, because you've said from this season alone, even during pre-season, before the season actually started, you said the cycle is going to repeat itself once again. The players aren't going to perform well this season. We're not going to get Champions League football, and then Erik is going to be in risk of a job. I'll either be sacked or gone by the end of next season. And you know what? The cycle is repeating itself once again. We can all go to Old Trafford, we can all chant Glazers out, but nothing is improving, and the players need to start stepping up, because these senior players, I can't express enough of how frustrated I am at them. Bruno Fernandes is supposed to be the captain. Today he was crap. I don't know how FootMob gave him a 7.5 rating. He was shit today. He was below average. And Mason Mount, great player on Tuesday, but with Bruno Fernandes, I don't know what it is, but this partnership just doesn't work. Amrabat, I thought he played well today. Again, it's his second start at Old Trafford, but at the end of the day, there's nothing he can do. He's playing in a position that he's not comfortable in. In the Premier League, you need overlapping fullbacks, you need inverted fullbacks, fast fullbacks. Oh, now Amrabat is a holding midfielder that breaks up the play and sits in between the midfield. It's absolutely terrible. Do you jump in, pal?
What's happening, buddy?
It's cool. What do you think of the game?
I was alright. I thought United were fairly poor, to be honest.
We were very poor, yeah.
What can you do on to the next one?
It's awful. We've got Galatasaray next week.
Yeah.
Oh mate, it's absolutely terrible.
Feeling a bit more confident for that.
I hope so. I hope so. But at the end of the day, what can we actually do? Because again, you've got Casemiro, you've got Rashford, Bruno. None of us are playing well at the moment.
Shocking. Rashford tried the same thing over and over again today, like, and nothing was happening for him. Like, but sure, what can you do?
Exactly.
Come here to you, leave at it, buddy. Have a
Cheers, pal. You too. But as I was saying, like, you've got this new formation that Erik is playing, and it's just not working. Like that.